So we are designing. I have a job from a customer. He wants 12 brackets to be built of a certain type. So they have a sign that they want to hang, but under a beam. So the bracket has to be mounted under a beam. Then a sign goes on it. So you can imagine a flat plate, and then the bracket on it to hold the sign. So I've got some specifications. It has to be 2 inches down from the upper level. So there's a gap of 2 inches, and then they put the sign down. So they came up with an example that they found on, I guess, Pinterest. So there it is. There you see it. So there's the bracket. You see this is the photos and taken from underneath, and then you can see how they have like a spacer in there, and then it's mounted to whatever this is bolted on. In this case it's a track. Looks like this is from some kind of a store. So I have to build a bracket where you put 4 screws in it like that, and have a plate there. So then this plate is not functional for this application. They have a sign that is like a 1/4 inch thick. Material is a 1/4 inch thick, so then they want like a U shape around it. So I quickly drawn something up for them, and that looked like that. You can see the U shape there that would sit then around the bracket. So, and then the plate here. So that's what I quickly drawn for them right there at their place, so they could have a look what we were going to do. And then I was going to go home, and I was going to go and try to see if I can draw it up or come up with some more ideas. So coming home, I found some other ideas. I thought the U shape is quite difficult to make. Like I would have to bend it and then have to put holes in it to hold the sign on it. It's very nice, very cumbersome to have a U shape, right? The sign is in there and then a U shape grabbing it, and then with a bolt going through, holding it. I think there's 2 other solutions that could be looked at, and it just depends on the customer if they want to prove it, yes or no. So I drawn up 2 different designs. First, a very simple design, which I thought was pretty neat, and it's just a 3x3 angle. So a 3x3 angle, and then move the sign onto it, as you can see here. Right, that was one suggestion. So I made this drawing quickly for them, send it on to them. The next one I had for them was a different design again, and this is very similar. Very similar to the original design with the U shape, but this time a flat bar. A flat bar with two pre-drilled and tapped holes for, you know, for a bolt to thread in. And I figure I can make these 2 items cheaper than the one with the U channel. So the one with the angle bracket would have been no welding involved. It would have been just machining and saw cutting. And the second option, which is this one, it would have 2 functions. It would have a top plate and a T-bar with the holes drilled in it, and then I would still have to weld it. So now that was a little bit more pricey, but it was still cheaper than that U-shaped bracket. This one with the U shape in it. That would have been much more work. It would have been a plate, a 2-inch distance, a standoff, a pin or a plate, and then the U bracket here. So there would have been 2 pieces I would have to weld. I would have to make a cumbersome setup to make like a jig to put them in to make sure that all the brackets were the same, because we're talking about 12 brackets. So customer came back and approved this design of the T bracket, which is here, right? This one here, T bracket, plate and a T bracket here. So hole there, and that's what we decided. So I decided to, after that, to make a complete drawing of it. So there it is. So here's the see, this is the top view or bottom view, as you can call it, of that bracket. And I use countersink holes. So countersink holes here. I use beveled edges. I just wanted to make it a bit presentable. And then I put a T bracket on it. So if I just look at it from here, there's the T bracket, right? So here's from the side view. So here you got the plate here, and there's the T bracket with the two drilled and tapped holes. So that's what we come up with. So on AutoCAD, I have it listed basically as this. So there it is, and then I got my dimensions, and there we go. So that was what we come up with. Then I sent the drawing over to the customer so they can approve it with the price. And here I am here with the drawing. So this is the drawing that the shop got. So that is what the drawing. Hi. So we designed this bracket in the following. So we drawn and designed it on the computer this way. And then of course we decided how to manufacture this bracket the best way, right? Most time saving. So as you can see, it's kind of a T bracket. It has a bottom plate, and then it has a T hanging strip where the sign is going to be hanging from. So, and I built chamfers around these the edges, and then chamfered holes for countersink. So I came up with the following. This is the one part. So this is the one part, and this is drilled and tapped holes. That's what we agreed upon. And it's a T-bracket, exactly as the drawing says. And this is the other part. This is the foot plate that sits off on the ceiling. So then this T-bracket sits then in here. I made a groove here where this part of the material can sit in. Now when I put this together, I've basically eliminate any location problems. So I can just press this in, basically press this in or tap it in, and then it becomes a perfectly square bracket like that. So that's how she sits. That's how she will be. And then we just place two welds, one on this side, one on the other side, and that's it. Then paint it, and she will be pretty. Bye for now. So now I have them all assembled, and I press them in. They're all a press fit. So if I grab one, that's what it looks like, right to the bottom. So that's its level, and then this is perfectly ready. So I just have to put a weld there and put a weld there, and then it's it. It's ready for painting. So I got 12 brackets here made.